Well, you're welcome back. You don't need to be told. This is your #1 morning show on TV across the country. This is TV3 Newday, and of course, we touch on every relevant topic. So whether it's current affairs, social issues, politics, whatever, you name it, and we have got you covered. Today, we're going to be talking about something that affects everybody one way or the other. At one point in your life, I'm sure that you felt some back pain, very uncomfortable. And in fact, this week I've been complaining about my back and my shoulders, and it's been unbearable, the pain that I've had to endure for the last couple of days and even weeks. And so I was even wondering how I can get help. And then interestingly, this morning we decided that let's talk about how you can protect your back and make sure that you're seated in the right position. You're doing the things that will make sure that your spine is not affected. And so we have a chiropractor in the studios. He's been doing this for over a decade. He'll tell us more about it. He is Dr. Brian Cox, and he's the CEO and the chiropractor of Spinal Clinic Limited. Good morning, Doc. You're welcome.
Good morning. Thank you very much. Hey, you're getting deep here. I'm doing strong.
Have you had breakfast? That's what I'm asking.
Debbie.
Yes. Okay, let's speak Ghana because you speak Ghana as well.
Small. Few. Yojuba.
Oh, Yojuba.
Yojuba.
Well, so tell me about.
She's killing me,
I just asked you what's your name anyway. You said you're fine.
I'm fine, yes.
What's your name? You're fine?
Dr. Brian Cox.
I've mentioned that already, don't worry. But let's talk about you and this work that you do. How long have you been a chiropractor?
I've been a chiropractor for 18 years.
18?
Yes.
That's long.
Yes.
Where did that interest come from?
Well, actually, I was selling computers, and I saw a gentleman. He was a professor, and he said, "What did you major in?" I majored in kinesiology, which is the study of the movements of the body. Okay. He said, "Well, why don't you go into chiropractic?" And I said, "Chiro what?"
You didn't even know about it?
I didn't really know much about it. I was a football player, so I did get chiropractic, but I didn't know much about chiropractic.
Okay.
So I started doing my research and found out there were different types of chiropractors out here. There were more philosophical or principle-based chiropractors. There are more science chiropractors and so forth, so on. So I knew there were different types of chiropractors.
Yeah.
So it kind of brought interest to me because I'm not one who likes to take medications and things like that. So I said, let me do more research on it, and
that's how
one thing led to another, and I became a chiropractor.
Interesting.
Yes.
And you've been enjoying it since?
Yes, I have.
When we say chiropractic, is that what you call it?
Chiropractic, yes.
Okay, so what does it mean, really?
Well, chiropractors basically deal with the spine, and it means done by hand. So when you're dealing with a chiropractor, they generally are helping people through their spine. See, the nervous system controls every working organ of the body. If that nervous system isn't working properly, the rest of your body doesn't work properly. But sometimes we use instruments as well. Now, I have instruments here. Unfortunately, I did not bring my table. I was kind of rushing to get here and didn't check the car, and I didn't have my table here. I was going to give you a nice quality adjustment, but I will do some small things for you today just to get you out of some of your discomforts there.
Is it? Oh, it's that simple?
Well, is it that simple? To me, it's that simple, but I can't say it's that simple to some people. Okay. In fact, I recommend not seeing someone who's not trained to be putting their hands on your spine because it could potentially hurt you and harm you as well.
Let's talk about this so you can explain to us, because I know that these are nerve endings.
The yellow ones.
Exactly.
Yes.
So they're linked to every part of your body. And like you mentioned earlier, whatever you do, it affects your spine eventually.
Exactly.
So tell me more about this and how we can better take care of our back.
Okay. Let me kind of pull this apart.
Okay.
Now, this here is the spine. When you look at it from the front, there should be a straight line from head to the buttocks. If there's any movement to one side or to the other, that's not good.
So in this current position, it's wrong. It's supposed to be straight.
This is not correct. It should be straight. Now, when you look at your spine from the side, there should be 4 curves. A curve in the neck, the mid-back, the low back, and the buttocks.
Okay.
Now, the neck and the lower back should be curved in the same direction. So like in a C, a C.
Okay.
Where the mid-back and the buttocks region should be curved the opposite direction. Now, if there is too much of a curve, as you see here, or too small of a curve, in any of these 4 areas, when you're looking at it from the side, that is not good. Now, most people come to our office because of pain, but that's not the only reason you should come to our office. And the reason why is because whenever these bones go out of alignment, it could put pressure on the nerves that sends information to the vital organs, like the heart, the lung, the liver, the gallbladder, and so forth, so on. Now, if you look at it from the front, there are 24 bones in the spine, 7 in the neck, 12 in the mid-back, and 5 in the low back. Now, in between those bones are discs. They're like shock absorbers, okay? And it also holds the vertebrae together, and it also helps with movement in the body as well. Now, but sometimes as we get older, the disc may reduce in size, okay? Also, it could bulge because we may sit for long hours of the day, or we may pick up something improperly or whatever. So it could bulge, it could herniate, it could, stenosis could occur. Also, the vertebrae itself may lose bone density. It may degenerate. Sometimes the bone may go forward, may go back, may shift to the right, may shift to the left. Now, when it does that, it could cause pain and also cause you not to function at your optimal level. Now, the brain sends information down this tube called the spinal cord down through these spinal nerves. My job as the chiropractor is to take the pressure off of those nerves so nerve flow can go to certain areas of the body and you're able to function better.
I see. So what would you naturally do? Because you're saying that you don't have to wait for there to be pain before you come to a chiropractor.
Exactly.
But let's talk about the lifestyle of people all across the world. There's so many people who are working, trying to make ends meet, and so they're working long hours. There's students who are in school, preparing for exams. They have to sit for so long. And so we barely even get time, even though you should make time to exercise the body. There's so many people who barely get time to exercise because they're seated behind their laptops, behind their books, and constantly trying to survive. And so what are some of the lifestyle practices that could lead to, you know, a dysfunction of the spinal cord?
Well, sitting for long hours of the day could be one of the things that
When we say long hours, how long?
Well, I recommend that if you're going to be sitting for long hours, sit for maybe 45, 50 minutes, get up, stretch your body around, and then get back at it about 10 minutes later, 5 to 10 minutes later. Are there particular
stretches that you should do to exercise the spine, or is
well,
it just
one
a
of the
regular?
one of the things I recommend doing, especially if you sit for hours of the day, is not slouching. A lot of people, when they're on their computer or even on their phone, they're slouching. And when they're slouching, that's causing an anterior head translation. And if you look back here, I don't know if you can see it from here, it says how
I could take
heavy...
it and bring it so we can just probably take a look at it, maybe. Okay, I think we should be fine. You go ahead.
Okay, so how heavy is your head? Now, did you know that the average head is between 8 to 12 pounds?
Is it?
So your head weighs 8 to 12 pounds.
That's heavy.
That's heavy, yes.
Yeah.
It's heavy.
My head.
Your head.
Mine looks small, so maybe it's
It
lesser.
looks small,
maybe
but
like
it's
5 pounds.
No, it's 8 to 12 pounds. That's the
see.
average head, between 8 to 12 pounds.
Okay.
Now, when it goes forward 1 inch, it adds another 8 to 12 pounds. When it goes forward 2 inches, another 8 to 12 pounds.
How?
Okay, it's just like a baby. If you had a baby, if you have that baby up close, that baby is not as heavy as if you have that baby out further. It's the same weight, but it's a lot further out. So force and all that stuff.
Okay.
So same thing with your posture. If you're sitting in a good posture, in fact, since I'm here, I'm going to use you as a, can you take your heels off?
Okay.
She doesn't like taking her heels off.
No, it's fine. Don't worry.
Okay.
I don't mind.
All right.
What should I do?
All right. I want you to just stand here for me, please.
Okay.
All right. Now, as you're standing, see your ear, your head, your shoulder, your knee, your lateral malleolus, all of that should be level. But as I'm looking at you, it looks like your ear is 1 inch in front of your shoulder. So you have what we call an anterior head translation. So now I want you to do me a favor. Just put your, now I'm going to just push down here. Okay, you hold it as tight as you can. Do not let me push down.
No, but
Okay.
take your time. You should have told me. I would have prepared for it.
Okay, do it again.
Here we go. Okay.
All right, hold it tight.
Be nice. Be nice.
Okay.
Be nice. Oh, don't do that. So what does it mean? The fact that I could not hold my hands out?
Now, because your posture, posture is the window to good health. And if your posture is off any type of way, it can cause weaknesses, okay, that happen in your body. Now, I want you to hold here tight. Now, pretend like you're holding, pretend like you're holding $1 million.
Okay.
$1 million, all right?
And
now,
it has to be the little finger and the thumb, okay.
If I open this, I take the $1 million.
Okay.
Okay, hold it tight.
Can I get support from external factors?
Well, if you do that, you're cheating, but you're still weak.
It still didn't help anyway.
Hold it again.
Okay.
Hold it again. Okay.
But it's so easy to open it.
It wasn't as easy as some people, but it was easy.
Okay.
Okay. So what it's letting me know is that it could be your neck that's causing the weaknesses here. It could be your elbow that's causing the weaknesses here. In fact, I want you to put your finger right here.
Okay.
I'm actually hoping it's not your neck because I didn't bring my table here. Hold it tight. Hold it there. It's still weak. Now hold it here. Nope, just right here.
Here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nope. Okay. So put your finger here. It could be a combination of a lot of things. Hold it tight. But it is the neck. The neck is what's causing a lot of the weakness in your arm.
How? Because you couldn't open my...
I couldn't open it.
Yeah.
I couldn't open it.
Oh, so if you can't open it, then it means that there's weakness.
There were some weaknesses right in this area here that's causing that weakness. Now take your hand off. Now do it again. It's weak again.
Okay.
It's weak again. So as I did this, as you put your hand here, put your hand there again. Hold it there. It was stronger. Okay? It was much stronger once you put your hands there. So what I would do as a chiropractor is to release that through a chiropractic adjustment.
How do you do that?
With my hands.
So you what? You massage?
It's different than a massage. A massage is dealing with the muscles. But what controls those muscles? The nerves. So we go in deeper. So I'll find where the specific vertebrae is out.
Okay.
And once I find out where that specific vertebrae is, wow, you got a few things here.
What are those?
Vertebrae?
Yeah, but you're saying I have a few things here. You made me scared. What's in there?
Well, so I've read your mind.
No, because I've been complaining about backache for quite a while. That's what I'm asking.
Were you angry either today or last night?
I wasn't angry. I was just stressed out. I've been very stressed out this week.
Very stressed out, right?
Yes.
I could tell just from touching the specific area in your neck.
Angel.
So
okay.
I know everything about her just from. Hey.
Okay, so what are
and
you
when
doing?
you get angry, you get real angry. Shit! Watch out for her when she's angry, oh.
Prophets, relax. How can you tell?
And C2, you have sinus problems?
No, I don't.
You don't have sinus problems, but C2 is out as well.
What's C2?
C2. There's 7 vertebrae here. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So C5 is right around here.
Okay.
And C2 is here. C2, a lot of times people have sinus issues. Sometimes I mistake C2 from C3, and C3 deals with the throat.
Okay.
Sometimes people have small catarrh and things like that. They may have that. So it was either C2 or C3.
Well, my nose was running this morning. Could that be the reason why?
Sinuses.
Oh, so can I also touch her nose? So let's say I have a cold in the morning. Can I play with my neck and know what is wrong?
Well, see, you can feel that. You feel that? Little tender, eh?
Yeah.
Okay. And just like here,
Ow.
that's a little tender.
Okay.
So that's the 5 I was talking about, and that was the C2 I was talking about.
I see.
So
Interesting.
what we had to do is to learn how to find the specific vertebrae that was out. What we had to do was get like a Bible or something and put a hair inside, like a dog hair inside it, and we just kind of put it in the middle of the Bible and find that hair.
Oh, that's what you meant. Okay, I thought you meant
Yeah.
that's some kind of treatment. So you have to
No,
find
no,
out.
no, no, no. That's just to work on your palpation
I
skills.
see.
So like
Okay.
if I'm palpating your mid back or your low back, so I can
That's
find
how
it. So I won't have to dig in.
Okay.
So I can find it. You know, you didn't really feel it at first, but when I put pressure there, you actually was able to feel it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So that's what we did for training at school. That was one of the
That's
things
how
we
you're
did
able to detect it.
to be able to detect
Okay.
certain things.
I see. Now, let's still talk about the posture because you talked about how the head becomes heavier.
So as we get, because I don't have the table, I did bring my instrument here.
Okay.
So what I would do, I'm going to turn around for me. I'm going to use this instrument on you.
What is that?
This here, hold, touch it.
Okay, it's not that bad. Okay.
Okay?
What are you
So
doing?
what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use this instrument here. Okay, I want you to,
This is nice.
yeah, I want you to just relax your back.
Okay.
Don't go back. Just, oh, you got something back here.
Yeah.
She's messed up my whole routine here.
Okay, wait.
All right, so,
Oh, yeah, there's something there.
yeah, there's
Sorry.
something in the back here. So I won't be able to do that.
Hold on.
But,
Let's see if we can push it to the sides. Yeah, we can. Okay, so you can run it through now.
no, you still got some stuff there.
Oh.
Let's do something different.
Okay, but what would that have done anyway?
Well, what I'm trying to do here is because you're complaining of your neck and your back. So what I was going to do as I was using that instrument, I was going to kind of have you bring your head back and come forward, back and forward and so forth, so on. And as you did that, you would notice some of the tension will go away from your body, but then also your posture would be better as well.
Okay.
Now, one thing you can do on your own, hold your stomach in. Just as you held your stomach
my stomach
in.
is not flat. I'm just
Her
kidding.
stomach is plateau. It's just that
Yeah.
she just held it out a little bit. Okay? So I want you to do that again. Just, Now do this again. Hold it there. Okay.
Okay.
Now, did you see how much stronger you were?
Yeah.
Just from holding your stomach up. And the reason being is because now your shoulder, ears, and lateral malleolus, all that is in line together. So sometimes it's best, don't walk around like this. Now, I do notice women who wear heels a lot, that's why I told you to wear your heels.
Yeah.
Take your heels
Take it
off.
off, yeah.
It's because you're used to being up when you're on the heels,
Yeah.
but when you're in this type of position, when you're in your normal position,
Yeah.
you don't stand straight. So most women who wear heels,
Yeah.
they end up being
They
like this.
slouch, yeah.
They slouch.
And that's wrong.
And that's wrong.
And so naturally, even when you're walking about, you should hold your stomach
Hold your
in.
stomach in and walk with like you have good posture.
Oh, I see.
Exactly.
Is
It's
it
very
even wrong
important.
to wear heels in the first place? Because we've been told over and over again that if you're young and you wear heels for a very long time, when you're aging, that's when you feel the effects and see the effects.
And it really doesn't affect the back as much as it affects the knees. I know a lot of ladies who are older now who used to wear heels on a regular basis and their knees are jacked up.
And that's because of the heels and not because of osteoporosis and all the other
Well, it
things.
can help cause osteoporosis. It can also cause you have a pronated.
Wait, wearing heels will lead to what?
It could lead
faster
to
process of osteoporosis?
Osteoporosis in the knees.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
There was a time.
It'll affect the knees more so than even the back.
What about
Now,
sitting
if you have too much of a hyperlordosis in the lower back region,
What does that mean?
the booty that's out
Or
like so,
if your booty is too big.
definitely don't wear a lot of high heels.
Wait, what?
Yeah, if your butt is like really out there, it's gonna make it even more hyperextended, and that could affect the lower back region.
Eventually.
Yes, eventually.
Oh.
So once in a blue moon, try not to. You wear it once in a blue moon.
So those of us who don't have girls, we can wear heels. In your faces, girls. Okay. Let's talk about the boys now. Cookie, are you listening? Yeah, because Cookie has extra, so that means no heels for it. Come to work in sneakers. Yes, good. What about the men? Because we seem to be focused on the women, but we've been told as well that men who keep their wallets in one
In the
pocket
back pocket.
and
I was
sit
going to
on
get
it.
to that,
Okay,
yes.
that also affects them.
Exactly. That can also
We can sit
affect
now,
you.
maybe, oh?
Yes.
Okay. Let me help
Now,
you.
I haven't worn or put a wallet in my back pocket in years.
Why?
Well, when I was 15 years old, I'm giving a little story. When I was 15 years old, I was at this restaurant, and it was kind of packed, you know, before COVID, of course. And this one guy bumped into me from the front, and another person bumped into me from the back. So I was concentrating on the guy in the front.
Oh, and they picked.
And they
okay, they picked your pocket. Okay.
They picked my pocket. Didn't know anything about the importance of not putting a wallet in my back pocket.
Yeah.
So ever since that day, I didn't do it.
Okay.
Yes, but when I went to chiropractic school, I learned that it could put pressure on the pelvis bone, or the sciatic nerve, the piriformis muscle here, which covers that sciatic nerve that goes all the way down. So it's very important not to put a wallet in your back pocket. And what happens is that it causes the pelvis to go out of alignment, which would then cause the sacrum to go out of alignment, which would then cause the vertebrae to go out of alignment.
So sacrum being the...
The sacrum is this portion here.
Okay. What eats into your back, your buttocks. Okay. Okay.
So it's very important. This is the coccyx area, which is like the very point of your
and eventually you feel the pain.
Eventually,
or do you not feel any pain regardless?
While you're sitting on it, you don't necessarily feel it, but over time, you start to notice a change, and I noticed a lot of men. In fact, just yesterday, there was a guy who said he doesn't put his wallet in his back pocket, but he puts money in his back pocket. But he had this much money in his back pocket.
Okay.
So that also, and then he was complaining of pains right there. Okay, so even that can affect you negatively, putting money in your back pocket.
So literally don't put anything in your back pocket at all.
Don't put anything in your back pocket if you're sitting.
Especially
now, if you're walking, it's okay to put things in your back pocket, but when you're sitting, that's not the time to put things in your back pocket.
What about sitting and crossing your legs? Is that wrong for your spine?
Crossing the legs is very bad for the spine as well. And the reason why is because you got, I know the ladies like to,
yeah, because that's how we protect you know.
They like to cross their legs, but they can do this as well.
Why? How does it affect your spine?
Same principle. See how the pelvis is here? As the pelvis, as you're here, you're stretching. And now what's happening? The pelvis is shifted. That will cause the hip to stretch, the sacrum to stretch, and then the lumbar. So sometimes I notice that people who cross their legs a lot, now unless you alternate.
Okay.
Do you alternate when you cross? Most people don't alternate.
It depends on how much time. I mean, I only alternate when I'm feeling the pressure on my legs and on my thighs, and then you go to the other side. But do you have to have a particular time frame?
It should be an even amount of time. Because most people, when they're crossing their legs, they're crossing it, let's say it's 30 minutes on one side.
That's wrong.
And then the next, they don't do 30 minutes on the other side. They'll just do it on one side, but not on the other side. So it's uneven.
Does that affect
So if you're going to do it, yes.
Your back?
Yes, it can affect your lower back, yes.
Oh, okay. Maybe because we don't have a bed, I wish we could have talked about, you know, your sleeping position and how that also affects you. But I guess we'll leave that
well, we can talk about it
later.
Now, when you're sleeping, how do you sleep? Do you sleep on your back, your side, or
my back and my side?
And those are the two best ways to sleep. But unfortunately, sometimes people don't put a pillow in between their thighs if they're lying on their side. So when you're lying on your side, you should put a pillow in between your thighs. And with you putting a pillow in between your thighs, that takes some of the pressure off of the hip region.
Okay.
Okay, and also off the low back region.
I see.
And when you're, for the head, it shouldn't be too high or shouldn't be too low.
Okay.
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 If you're lying on your back, you should put a pillow underneath your thighs. And that's something that people don't do either. And when they do it straight like so, it can affect the lower back, and you may feel back pains.
So pillow behind your neck, or at least for your head, and then one under your thighs.
But the pillow shouldn't be too high
Okay.
underneath your head. You know, like if you're lying on your back.
What if I like to lay down this way with my face down?
Unless you have a hole in your bed for your face to go, it's not the best. And I'll tell you the reason why. Now, I want you to do me a favor. Do this. And I want you to hold it there for 8 hours.
8 hours? No.
Okay, hold it there for 3 hours.
Oh, that's too long.
So as you're holding you're automatically causing a neck strain as you're doing this for a certain period of time.
Oh,
You see what I mean? Because
Yeah.
your body is not supposed to be in that position. Let's say you are in such a good position that you don't really feel anything in your low back. You're still causing a neck strain in your. Even if you're holding it there for 1 hour, that's a long time.
That's still long.
That's a long time, and it can cause neck strain in your.
I see. Well, maybe another time we'll bring him in so we can talk about it further. But
yeah, we will do all that.
Let's get your contacts. I mean, for anybody who may be experiencing some form of ache, you
Yes.
know, in their back, and they require some help, how can we contact you?
Well, I have 2 locations. One at Newday area. Well, actually, it's actually in Lashibi now. 0246 199 503. Again, that number is 0246 199 503.
Okay.
And the other number at East Legon is 0244 837 317. Again, that number is 0244 837 317.
All right. And we can reach you at any time. Are you on social media as well?
Yes, I'm on Facebook, Twitter,
Instagram?
Instagram. So all those different.
What's your handle?
You know something? I really don't know.
Okay, but of course.
Really don't know. But if you get in
Spinal
contact with
Clinic
us, I
Limited.
will let you know all those
Okay.
things. Spinal Clinic Limited.
Well, keep those numbers in mind, and please do get in touch and go fix your problems. If you want to learn more as well, it'll be great that you get in touch with him so he tells you more. I've been speaking to Dr. Brian Cox. He's the CEO and chiropractor of the Spinal Clinic Limited. And good morning to AJ. He says that I've come to hustle on the Newday show. No be small touching and medical diagnosis. It's your fault, AJ. But anyways, thank you all so much, and thank you, Doc, for joining us this morning.